Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. This video is actually being recorded a day earlier. Today is Friday. I'm traveling actually, so I didn't have time to record it today. So I wanted to get you guys out something by the time I'm traveling. And I thought it would be kind of cool to take a look at the shocking results of my 22 bear market prediction that I did at the beginning of this year. We don't have some of the miners that I currently cover because they weren't being covered at that time. So we'll take a look at how close was my prediction. On some things, it's actually pretty shocking that I got so close to it, but we'll take a look at it as always. And as always, you guys know this is not financial advice for entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm investing in following coins and companies for full disclosure. And it's kind of cool to see where we are now compared to where we are last year or beginning of this year with the miners that we were covering. So let's take a look at it here. Here is the video that started it all. So this is my 2022 bear market prediction. We had Argo, Bitfarms, CleanSpark, Hut 8, Hive, Mara, Riot, Iris, etc. in there. If you guys want to take a look at it, I'll put a link down in the description for you guys if you guys want to take a look at it. But let's take a look at the numbers here. They're actually quite shocking when I looked at this on some of the things. Some of the things I was way off, and we'll go through why I was way off on them. Okay, so here's kind of what we're looking at. And excuse me, I got to clear my throat. Okay, so what I did here was I took the price of Bitcoin at when this was recorded last year. So this is the bear market prediction sheet. We also have the current sheet over here. We'll take a look and compare the two. So at the beginning, the price of Bitcoin was at 42,000. I predicted for the bear case that Bitcoin would fall basically about 10% a month throughout the year to get us all the way down to potentially 13,196. We came pretty close to that. I think the lowest Bitcoin came in at was 15,400, something like that. So we were only off by 2,500 on that, right? In November, we hit at 14.6, so we were pretty close there in November when Bitcoin did come down to around 15.5. It didn't go all the way down to 13, but we're pretty close on that. I was pleasantly surprised by that. Next is the average hash rate for Bitcoin. And this is kind of where I think I made a mistake a little bit here. I had the average hash price set for per quarter, basically at 173. And this is the average, the ending price or the ending hash rate, starting hash rate. The average of it was 173 million. That should have been 173 million right there. Yeah, 170. Okay, so I got that right. Sorry, brain fart. 173 million there. So I had that for the first quarter. Then we increased that by 20% in the second quarter, increased it again by 20% in the third quarter, and finally in the fourth quarter, we also increased it by 20%. I think I could have done that a little bit better where I increased it by smaller amounts each month. That might have had a little bit more of an impact on some of the numbers for the miners, but still, we did reach above 300 million terahashes per second on the Bitcoin network. So that actually is right on the money here. So we went up, you could say, what is it, almost 50 some percent, 60% in the network hash rate at the average. We had it here from the beginning. So that actually became correct. Bitcoin price, we were pretty close on it, but we weren't exactly on it. We'll see where it ends up in January, February. I think it might still go down a little bit more, but we'll see where that ends up at. Right now, we're at these numbers. So hash rate, we did reach it pretty spot on. And then the Bitcoin price, we're off a little bit. So now let's take a look at the miners themselves. We got Argo. When I recorded this video, I had them being at almost 3.7 exahash total installed by the end of the year. We know that's not the case now. And I also had them at 74 million in revenue potentially for the end of the year. So let's take a look at Argo on the current sheet. Let's go over here. Argo, where did we come up at? With Argo came in at 2.5 exahash for the total hash rate that they have. So we were off by that. And then 51 million for the total revenue. I had them at 74. So off by 25 million on them. Next is Bitfarms. Bitfarms, we had them at 148 million in revenue and 6.1 exahash at the end of the year. They came in so far, let's see, Bitfarms, 136 million so far. We still have one more month to go, which might get us up to the 148 million if they bring in another close to 8 million for the month of December. So that's going to be pretty much spot on as far as the revenue is concerned, but we are off on the hash rate. And the hash rate has been at 4.4. So that is, well, we'll see what we get in December. They haven't reported that yet. So they might come up a little bit, but I had them at 6.1. So we're off by, what is that, 1.8 or something like that, exahash. But the price, the revenue came in pretty spot on here, I think, or we're going to be pretty close to that one. Next is CleanSpark here. CleanSpark, I had them predicted, or my prediction was 123 million. Their hash rate was going to be at almost 4.2 exahash. They are currently at, let's see here, CleanSpark. They are at, this is where I was just shocking to me, 123 million, but they're going to have more revenue here in December, which I think is going to bring that number up for them to possibly around, depending on where they come in at, we're looking at maybe another 8 to 10 million. So that would get us up to 130 million to 132 million possibly. So pretty close on this one, but right now it's just comparing the end of the year for the prediction and this is, I mean, that was shocking to me. But we know that's going to go up a little bit more for them. Also, they are at 6 exahash. So they have exceeded our expectations here from what we were thinking they're going to get to by almost 2 exahash this year. That is huge. So pretty close on the revenue side for the end of the year. Not so much on the hash rate. Next is DigiHost. DigiHost, I had them at 41 million in revenue for the year with about 1 exahash installed. They came in at, let's see, where's DigiHost? DigiHost is right there. They came in at 23 million. So I had them almost double what they are right now. And their hash rate is only at 650 petahash right now. So way below that. So that was a big miss right there. Next, let's take a look at the next one. DMG. DMG, I had them at 36 million in revenue, 1.3 exahash. Let's see where they are right now. DMG is at 24 million revenue and 879 petahash. So both are a miss right there on those two. And part of the reason was just based on, I'm not sure why the price, well, I think it's because of the mining, the Bitcoin mining here went down, which I didn't account for, I think, as much in here. Yeah, I had them pretty much mining for the whole month, each month. So that kind of also plays into it. Okay. Next is Hive. Hive, I had them at 198 million with being at 3.9. And this was, I think, for including Ethereum as well. So 198 million, they came in at, let's see here, Hive, 138 million. So off by 50 million or so on them, 50, 60 million on the revenue side. And the reason for that is I didn't expect Ethereum to go to proof of stake so quickly. That has, as you can see here in the last, since September, they were at about 10, 11 million a month. And then that has just fallen way down. So they would have been a lot closer to my prediction, but also their hash rate has fallen way down to 2.4 exahash compared to what I had them at almost 3.9. So that's also another one there. Okay. Hut 8, I had them at 130 million with 3.3 exahash. And if we look at it here, let's see here, where is it? Hut 8, 105 million they came in at, being at 3.2. So the hash rate, let's see, what was it? I had them at 3.3. They came in at 3.2. So that was pretty close on that one. Revenue side was a hit and was a miss. And that's, again, because they were mining Ethereum, which was helping their bottom line here. But in the last couple of months, it has fallen away. They're going to increase a little bit here, plus possibly another 4 million at the end of this month. So that'll get them to 111. And I had them at 130, so I'm off by 20 million or so on that one. So it's still not too bad. Next is Iris Energy. This one I had about 126 million with 7 exahash at the end of the year. We know what happened with Iris. Iris had to give back a lot of their machines. They came in at, let's see here, what did they come in at? 58. So I was way off on that one. And they are at currently 1.4 exahash. So that was a huge miss. Something that we didn't foresee was them having to give back their miners. And them also possibly, I'm trying to think why. I'll have to take a look at this some more into it, why that one is way off on that, on the total revenue for the year. Next is Marathon. Marathon is a big miss also. I had him at 535 million with being at 25 exahash. here at the end of the year. Well, we know we never got anywhere near that. They had just one issue after another. Couldn't get to there, but let's take a look at it where they are right now. Marathon, let's see here they are. 122 million, so way off, and they're at 7 exahash right now. I had them at 535, so way off on that one. And that's just part of the things that you can't foresee, I guess. You know, with them having problems with their hardened facility, shutting those down, had problems getting with Compute North, getting miners miners were getting installed without a problem, but the problem was getting the miners energized. We couldn't foresee all that stuff happening, so we're way off on that one. And then finally, the last two, we got Mawson, I had them at 88 and at about 3 exahash. Let's take a look at where they are actually right now. Mawson, 44 million and 1 exahash right now. So way off on that one. So 44 million compared to 88, half of that as well. So they weren't able to get all the machines installed. They also sold the facility to CleanSpark, which I think is why CleanSpark went up 2 exahash more this year, and their facility. So that one was a miss as well. And then finally we got Riot here. I had them at 305 million. They came in at, well, let's see here, 305 million and 12.8 exahash. And they are nowhere near that. So 159 million. I was off by 100% on this, 50% down from where I thought they were going to be, along with their hash rate almost down also 50%, but they have been doing a pretty good job here lately getting stuff installed. And they're going to get a little bit more installed this month. Their number should go up a little bit, but we'll see where they end up at. What else did I want to say? Also, we couldn't foresee with Riot doing a lot of curtailment like they have been doing this year. As you can see here, their efficiency has been way down, 77, 63, 73, 67. That also contributed to it as well. Some things that we have to possibly take into account next year when we do these predictions. So that is it. Like I said, I was surprised by the actual Bitcoin price coming down as much as it has, being pretty close to that, and the network hash rate growing to over 300 million terahashes per second. So on those fronts, we came in really close, if not right on the money. The couple of the miners we were also pretty close, and the rest we were just way off. So let me know what you guys think of this. This is kind of cool to look back. And then, like I said, I'll provide the link in the description for you guys if you guys want to see the initial prediction for the miners that I did back in January of this year. We'll do another one once we get into 2023. We'll see where things are going to be going. I'll do my bull case scenario, kind of where I think things might go, and then we'll do a bear case scenario as well. So that'll be kind of fun to do. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It's New Year's Day on Saturday, so Happy New Year to you guys. I wish you guys health, prosperity, and something else. What was the other one? Health, happiness, and prosperity. That's what I wanted to say. So I wish you guys health, happiness, and prosperity in the new year. To all you guys watching, have a wonderful new year. I'll see you guys probably back on Monday. I'll be back in the saddle, and we'll get going with the new year. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better than the one we've had. So I'll see you guys then. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Have a great night.